No, 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 no.
So one thing that I did not talk about in depth and correctly, I talked about the Sage of Six Packs and I talked about like nature chakra in the video about Mitsuki. So today I'm going to correct a couple of things and I'm going to talk about some predictions that I think that will happen in the future. So stay savage, your boy Shino Bentro, what's popping? Today we are back. This time we're going to be talking about, you know, the senjutsu, like the chakra natures and shit like that. We're going to be talking about what's going on with the Utsukis. We're going to be talking about what's going on with Boruto, Mitsuki, as well as Sarada. Like a lot of people are probably wondering, why did you include Sarada on this list? But if you guys do not know, Sarada is kind of a next generation version of the 3 legendary Sannin, and that's probably one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about her in such detail, and it's kind of something that's going to be very important regarding the series. So like remembering back what happened with Kaguya and like Naruto in terms of like, you know, the fight and shit like that, and we knew like nature chakra affected her, we knew like the power of like sage chakra affected her, you know, it did extreme amounts of damage to it, and then Yurashiki coming back in the future and then actually pointing out that this is a big issue, that he actually didn't know anything about it. So it goes to let us know that a lot of the Otsutsuki members don't know shit about that shit. They don't know anything about it. The only one that we knew that knew about it was Hagoromo. Now I was reminded about that, and I also remember it from reading it like a really long time ago, but I read it in the fucking Naruto manga, which came out super long ago, you know, and I was just like, oh shit, you know, it was dope then, but I kind of forgot it. It was one of those things where, you know, if you don't really apply it, you lose it, if that makes sense. And then, you know, when you think about it, it's like, oh wait, you know, I goofed. So I had to correct that. Actually, I corrected it on a live stream yesterday, but you know, I wanted to add onto it on the video. But the thing is, it's like, yo, since now that we know that nature chakra is supposed to be like their biggest weakness, you know, we know Hagoromo learned it from the Toad Sage and shit like that, and we see like it's supposed to be like something that only humans can do, or half-bred Otsutsuki members. So, you know, Hagoromo is half human, he is half Otsutsuki due to Kaguya Otsutsuki marrying a human man and actually having kids with him, which would be Hagoromo and Hamura, and they were able to access the nature chakra due to them being like normal people. I guess they're being normal humans, and they have a better connection with like nature's environment and the relaxing energy that's around them and shit like that, and they can absorb it and take it in well. But it seems like this is gonna be like the biggest threat, the biggest thing that can actually put a hole in any line of defense that the Otsutsuki have to offer. If you guys don't know, when we see Mitsuki go into his transformation while, you know, basically trying to protect Boruto while Momoshiki and, you know, Kinshiki appeared, it seems like Mitsuki knew a little bit about what was going on. He knew about them appearing and shit like that. It's almost as if Orochimaru tipped him off from his information. I'm pretty sure Sasuke was asking Orochimaru questions and shit like that, and he also informed Mitsuki about what was going on in terms of the Utsutsukis, because I feel like Sasuke is really trying to go to the end of the world to figure out what is actually happening on that scroll and shit like that. So who's to say he didn't run into Orochimaru before bringing the scroll back to Naruto or shit like that, you know? So maybe he has gone around, you know, dipping in and dipping out some information, trying to receive some information, trying to figure out what's actually going down with what the Otsutsuki are doing and shit, right? So now we have this 3 next generation kids, which are Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki, you know, and Mitsuki has been seen as the kid that can already use Sage transformation. He's able to do it right away. It is pretty obvious that the boy Mitsuki has a ability for it and a knack for it. You know, he can activate it willingly, cut it on. Before, it was one of those things where we saw him activate out of frustration, out of anger and confusion. It wasn't something that he had complete control over. Now it seems as though he has complete control over it. Now clearly Mitsuki still has a lot of learning to do as a ninja, but it seems he has mastered Sage transformation. He has the ability to access it whenever he needs to or whenever he wants to, as well as, you know, create more Sage chakra if needed. You know, all he has to do is really store it up and meditate, and he can just go and activate it by whim, just from being in like the nature's atmosphere and shit like that, you know. So that's something that we seen Naruto do later on in the series of Naruto Shippuden. You know, we see him with Pain arc. We start to see him tap into the nature power and shit like that. You know, he trained with the Toad Sage. So I feel as though this is gonna be like the biggest reoccurring thing that pops up. I know I talked about the Rinnegan always popping up, and I always talk about how, you know, they should probably play on the Tensegan a little bit more than the Rinnegan, due to the fact that the Utsutsukis have highest chakra and they have so many great unique abilities that they probably could just go ahead and use something completely different and astonish everybody, you know, make everybody like extremely excited for it. And so since they have all these unique abilities and they're very capable of creating and being very destructive if they need to be, that means we're going to have to see some of the Naruto next generation students tap into some Sage modes. Yes, I mean multiples, not just one. Obviously we see Naruto use his Sage mode mixed with Kurama. We see Mitsuki use his Dragon Sage mode that we kind of have an idea about. We really don't know to what extent Mitsuki power is, but like we know about it. You know, we've seen it in effect like once. You know, we got glimpses of it a couple of times, but like the biggest issue will be who else will be able to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? We expect that Konohamaru Sensei is going to have a Sage mode later on in the future, but I do believe that Boruto as well as Sarada will receive a Sage mode. I think they're going to get that power up, which will allow them to take their game to the next level. Clearly, it may or may not be after the Kara. Mind you, that the reason why I say that, because a lot of the Kara seem to be humans who have tapped into the Otsutsuki power by studying or, you know, like getting seals and shit like that, aka Jigen, maybe Kawaki. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like they're anything like completely out of the ordinary in terms of being human. You know, they seem like perfectly normal humans. Now that we got like that human side of Jigen, once we saw him eating at the table, you know, it was one of those things where it's like, all right, they're not Otsutsukis, I don't think, but if they did turn out to be Otsutsukis, I would not be surprised. But the crazy part about it is like, if the Otsutsukis do pop up, you know, obviously Boruto and them will be able to fight back, but I think it'll be more so along the lines of using their regular techniques, because I feel it's like if the Kara get involved with the Otsutsuki's right then and there, unless Boruto takes an abrupt moment to train to learn Sage mode, we won't see it, you know. But I do believe at some point or another Boruto will acquire a Sage mode as well as Sarada. I feel like that would be like the most important thing to do, saying is that would be like the biggest weakness to the Otsutsukis, because right now it seems as though the biggest weakness to the Otsutsuki, the only person that really can use it from the next generation is Mitsuki, you know. And I don't think that would be like a normal thing, you know. I thought that Orochimaru probably implemented that in there to want to push Boruto to activate it and Boruto to get a Sage mode, because, you know, once Boruto sees something and he likes wanted, he kind of imitated. Like, you know, he saw Konohamaru do a summoning, he wanted to do a summoning. You know, he saw Sasuke do Chidori, he wanted to learn how to do Chidori. You know, it was like that. You know, every time we see Boruto see something that he thinks is cool, he tries to imitate or he tries to do himself. So I do believe that we're going to see Boruto as well as Sarada get a Sage mode. Obviously Sarada's maybe a little bit far-fetched, but I think it would be a good idea to have, you know, saying as, you know, this is the biggest weakness to the Otsutsuki. This was like the biggest thing that helped Hagoromo defeat Kaguya, as well as Naruto help Naruto fight against Kaguya and shit like that as well. So like, let me know your personal thoughts or personal opinions. Do you feel as though that Boruto deserves a Sage mode, or he needs one for the future if they're going to be fighting against more Otsutsuki members? Do you think Sarada will acquire a Sage mode, and will Mitsuki be like a helping factor? Will he help teach them, or will, you know, maybe they'll just go off and train and learn it on their own while Mitsuki continue to progress and further his Sage mode? So let me know your personal thoughts and personal opinions on this topic. My name is Shino Ben Trill. Stay true and stay real. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. And with that being said, finally, have a blessed day. See you guys later. Bye.